So I'm going to give you guys 5 duo pairs that I think will be fun and viable for you guys to play in your duos matches. All right, so the first one is not really one that I think is extraordinarily powerful, but I do think that it is going to be viable, and I think it's going to be fun. All right, so the first one here is going to be Void and Celeste. Now, you know, for those of you hanging out, if you saw the full duos tier list that I just made, you're going to look at both of these characters. You're going to go, well, Celeste wasn't really that good, and Void also wasn't really that good. He was like, okay, so why are you telling us to play this? Well, first off, I said it's viable. I said it's not, you know, super insane. But the two kind of synergize pretty decently, where you're going to have a character, Celeste here, that can kind of help facilitate the Void being able to get close to enemies, being protected from enemies, and be able to do some viable things, right? Protect you. And so that's like the baseline, right? But then you have Void. Void also helps, is like the way that Void secures damage is a way that Celeste can follow up on, right? So if they're playing together, they're hanging out, and then the Celeste, the Void hits a stun on the enemy because the Celeste has helped him do that, then that's really ripe for a full burst of damage from the Celeste, and or, you know, for the explosion, or some ice spears being thrown right at them, right? And they do a lot of damage when they hit them. So good, right? And that's like throughout the full game, right? So you don't have to have the ultimate to be able to like kill something on Void. Though it would definitely help, and it'll help as characters get tankier in the game, right? But that buys enough time for like Celeste damage to come in, like our ice spears to just blow up the target, right? So they worked well together. But what else this does is this takes Celeste's ultimate from being just a like this self-peel tool that you use it as in duos, because you can't, like, you know, use it as aggressively as you can in squads, right? This takes it from that to a whole other set of options. So for those of you who haven't thought about it or haven't like noticed this yet, you can teleport Void's, or, you know, you can teleport Freeze's ultimate, Celeste's ultimate, so you can just toss it at enemies. You can ult, and then when it's about to run up, you have your Void toss the teleport, and you can blow someone up, right? And you do kind of have to get like the timing on it. You have to figure it out, but you'll get it. And so you can just do that for fun, right? Just toss it at enemies, and they're like, why is someone teleporting onto this? Like, this is dumb. And then boom, guess what? They're blown up and they're frozen and everything's great, right? That's option one, right? Cool, great. We're excited with that. But you have another way to do this where Celeste's ultimate is no longer, like I said, just this self-peel thing. Because what you can do is you can have your Void play really carefully to try and hold his teleport. And so when, you know, you sit there and you poke and you walk up into people and try and stun them with Void and play normally. But when enemies fully engage, like if you're playing against something like a Brawl or a Jin and they're diving onto you, you have your Celeste ult, right? And the Celeste ultimate is going to make these guys have to leave for the most part. Brawl is a little bit questionable, but they're going to make them have to run off. And so what you do is you have your Void teleport the ultimate then, right, onto where enemies are going to be trying to escape to. And then you bring the ultimate with you, and then you blow them up and you kill the people together, right? What you can also do is you can also do some nonsense with, like, if you get a blink dagger, right? A blink dagger or a grappling hook or some sort of movement cooldown kind of like that. You can have your Void, your Celeste just stand still, and then you toss your teleport onto where Celeste is, and then you like you blink or you dagger onto the enemy team, and you can take a whole Celeste bomb into them, which will be fun. I'm not saying it's the best because then you're separated from, you know, where your Celeste is, right, or whatever. But yeah, there's lots of things you can do with that, right? So fun and cool little combination here. All right, for those of you looking to play Elluna, I'll give you guys a combination for Elluna here. So we're going to have an Elluna, and then we're going to have a character like Myth. So these two characters together are going to be a fun combination for someone who likes playing with someone that does, you know, is is more of a you know, damage oriented individual versus a support oriented individual. You have two of those. This is the combination we're looking at, right? So what we're looking to do here is we're looking to just let our myth sit there and poke from range. And both of you are going to poke from range, right? So you're going to have your Elluna sitting there, you're going to have your myth sitting there, and you're just going to kind of sit there and poke at enemies, right? From with your range. Keep them at range as far as you can. Your Celeste is going to look, or your Elluna is going to look for roots. You're going to throw your little thing at them. Your myth is going to try and save her knockback for that. And then when that root is established, she can either ult it, you can dash into it, knock back that enemy into the wall and blow them up. But if they're not losing to you over time, they're going to lose to you throwing these sort of combos out, right? And then your Elluna's there to keep you up if you're losing like the 1v1, right? Like the range damage exchange. That's what your Elluna's going to be helping with. And then if you manage to die, the only times you should die is if something's really like far away from you, right? Because if something jumps onto you, you can just dash away. And the only time you should be dying is if you're at least somewhat far away from the enemy. And then that's where your Elluna sweeps in, picks you up, runs off, and then heals you up, and then you have gotten so much extra value out of that, right? So that's an entirely different full little combination you can have with that variation of gameplay, right? You can also, you know, because of how much faster Elluna's ultimate is now, when that like if the enemy pushes onto you, right, and you die and you can't get like on top of them to res, you can still pop them with the ultimate, and the good chances you're gonna be able to get that res off, right? Full HP, etc. Life's chilling, life's happy. All right, so for our next one here, we're gonna run some really goofy stuff here. We are going to say and do a oh no, I don't think I should bring this into the world, but this one's for like people who are only wanting to go in, like two homies that just want to go jump on people and just be mean. We're gonna do Brawl and we're gonna do Jin. So, yep, I'm sorry. I'm apologizing for this already. You know, these are some pretty horrifying things that I am adding into this universe right now. But yep, Brawl and Jin. So essentially, you're just gonna sit there, and then you and your homie are gonna do two things. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna poke with your engagement tools. So you're either gonna use your tether, or you're gonna use your you know, whatever his range dagger thing is, and then you're just gonna sit there and you're just gonna throw it at people. And then the first person that gets one, that's your engagement. You both go in together and you just blow whatever it is and you survive, and you call it good. Right? This is just like, I hate the universe. I'm gonna go jump on you and blow you up and do whatever. Yep. This is the homies, the bromies running it down together on enemies and just blowing them the hell up. This will be very strong because they have the capability to just dash onto people. Like I said, they're both S tier spoiler on my tier list for the duos. So this one's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should not have added this to the world. I'm gonna make people quit Supervive. GG. All right. Another option I'm gonna throw out there is something a little bit more towards the angle of having a supportive and a damage-based person. We're gonna put Elluna here, and then we're gonna slap on another character. And the exact version you go with doesn't completely matter. You can put on a Brawl, you can put on a Felix, you can put on a Shiv, potentially even. Maybe even a, what am I looking for? A Bishop? Or, you know, another Jin, which I don't have here. That's tragic. But, you know, these guys. Right, so it's these guys plus one of these ones. And then these are going to be some, like, all of them are going to be viable options for the way that they want to play, right? With the Bishop and with the Felix, or with the Brawl and the Felix, and then the Shiv, you're gonna be a little bit even more hard in. With the Bishop, you can poke a little bit more. But essentially, what you're looking to do is you're looking to pocket the ever-loving crap out of your ally when they hard engage, right? So you're gonna let your Brawl just see enemies and just go all the way in super deep on them. And then your Elluna is going to walk up behind him when he's getting kind of low HP. Like you can either pop the heal on him as soon as he's going in, or you can pop the ultimate on. You can pop the ultimate on him as he's going in, or you can pop the ultimate as he's disengaging or as he's getting kind of low. Depending on what kind of enemies there are. If they have anti-heal, then wait till the guy's low. Right? If it's an anti-heal enemy, then pop your ultimate first or second. Sorry. And you're literally just solo pocketing your ally, right? You're just popping your ult on them. The Brall, Felix, Shiv, Bishop, they ult in. The Bishop ults in. The Shiv dashes in and ults. The Firefox, the Felix ults in. The Brall just dashes in. It does the same thing, right? And you just dive on top of enemies, and then you instantly have the ability for your bunny to just like straight up immediately pick them up, right? And like I said, because you are instantly healing there's all this damage, like you're getting full value from your ultimate. If your ally dies, they're gonna instantly res and pull it back to you, or you're gonna heal them up way first, and you're gonna stack them with so much HP if they don't have enemies that have anti-heal, right? For example, like against enemies like, you know, this comp, the Myth, Elluna counter comp, you're gonna want to pop the heal on them first, right? Because, well, the Myth does have anti-heal, but if you've gotten past the arrows, right, that kind of idea, against a Shrike, right? Because, you know, the Shrike could be up there and something kind of like this. You just pop your Brall or whatever, your Felix, with the anti-heal or with the ultimate, and then it's gonna jump right in. You're gonna get on top of them, get a bunch of healing from it. Everything's gonna be Gucci, right? You're gonna be chilling. The only thing you need to watch out for is, like, you either need to ult really early so that you get all the healing first, or you need to ult late so that you can ult pull them to you after they've died, right? You can't do some awkward situation where you ult and then your teammates like getting low HP or gets anti-healed and then they don't die until the ultimate's over. Because as soon as the ultimate's over and they are like partial HP, if they die, then it doesn't matter, and you know, you've lost all your value from it, right? So and then I gotta move my camera here a little bit, it looks like. Let me see if this actually is like the right height. Alright, we're chilling. For the last option I'm going to give you guys for now, I'm going to give you guys an option for those of you who like playing Oath. Oath, and we're going to throw on, you know, if you really want to have some fun, we're going to throw on Hudson with that. There are other options. I'll give you some other options. But Oath and Hudson are a really powerful combination together. They, like, you will have this whole shield wall full of HP and full damage blocking and knockback and all this sort of stuff, with this guy's damage here. And you just sit there, and anyone that gets close to you, you just sit there and you just beam them. Like, you just beam the ever-loving crap out of them, right? And it's just free low. You're chilling, everyone's chilling except for the enemies. So everyone isn't chilling, you're just chilling, right? And you get to beam the ever-loving crap out of them you get to beam them down and just murder them. It's really fun, really chilling. When you get a kill on somebody, you have your Hudson use his ultimate to suck in that wisp and secure it, and then you're chilling. I did this a lot in squads. I played with the Hudson Oath combo is really strong because you've created like this insane level of damage output, but then you're having like this guy to sit there and sustain. You have to be careful against characters like Brall getting on top of you, Felix getting on top of you, kind of Bishop too. But if you use your knockback properly, Bishop too, right? But if you use your knockbacks properly on your shield and you just save it and you don't let your shield ever break, then you're super chilling. Also, Oath is even stronger in solos because, like I said, his shield is like HP wise built for squads, but he's now playing in duos and nothing's been changed. So if you want to, you can also toss on, like, instead of playing the Hudson, like maybe you don't like Hudson, you could do like a Ghost instead. It's similar, right? You sit back and spam people from range. If they try and get on top of you, instead of having the Hudson raw damage, you have like your Ghost nade to just knock people back, or your laser fishing through people. Strike is also an option. Strike and Oath is pretty good too. Strike isn't that great, but Strike and Oath are a good combo together. They also match really well together. Like, look at this. Look at the oranges. They're pretty. Yeah, and Kingpin. Kingpin can work too, right? Kingpin hooks someone, the Oath ults it. Easy clap. But yeah, there you go, guys. There's my 5 best duo pairs that kind of turn into, you know, why are there 5 people on the duo pairs? LOL.